Happy May to everyone. I hope your month has started off incredibly beautiful. And this month, more than any, is extra special because May is ALS Awareness Month. So we are kicking it off with a live Season Sunflower Hour every single Tuesday of the month. This is so exciting. I can't wait to get to interact with you guys and to have you join us 4 times this month. It's huge. So special. So again, happy May to everyone. Happy early Mother's Day to all those mamas out there as well. And we have so many great things, as always, coming up for ALS United Greater Chicago. And just a quick couple reminders of a few that are coming up around the corner. We have the Walk ALS Chicago coming up on June 1st. You guys, it is not too late. You can still get involved if you want to start a walk team, if you want to join someone's walk team, or if you just want to come out to volunteer to say hello and have a great day out, come out. It's in Wheaton on June 1st in Cantigny Park. It will be an amazing event of just coming together, celebrating life, and supporting those battling ALS. Check that out. Sam will put all the information up there. And Lou Gehrig's Day is around the corner, another one of our favorite times of the year. So Lou Gehrig's Day is actually on June 2nd with MLB honoring the late Lou Gehrig's, Mr. ALS himself. That is coming up on June 2nd, and that will be a home Cubs game. So for all my Cubs fans out there, if you go to the Cubs game on June 2nd, celebrate Lou Gehrig's Day, a portion of those ticket sales, I believe, go to ALS United, which is huge. Now, the Sox do not have a home game then. So they are going to be celebrating their Lou Gehrig's Day on May 26th. So for those Sox fans out there, I don't understand you, but I still love you. If you want to go check out the Sox game to celebrate Lou Gehrig's Day, check that game out at home on May 26th. Otherwise, catch the Cubs on June 2nd. So either way, enjoy either of those events, either of those games, and then come out to the walk because all of those events are going to be so much fun. And I know that some of you are tuning in from around the world. I know we've got the Mazzantis from Virginia checking out. So guys, just support on June 1st. Just throw up a little sign saying, Walk ALS Chicago, or throw a little prayer up there to everyone who is battling ALS because we appreciate the love from no matter where you are. Whew. Guys, May just gets me so excited. May is absolutely the best month. So if you guys have any questions throughout the show tonight, please, you know this already probably, but jump in the comment section, throw those questions up because we have another amazing guest tonight. So you might want to get in on this conversation, or heck, if anyone watching has any questions about ALS, we're here to educate you all the time, but now more than ever for ALS Awareness Month, if you have any questions, ask them. We'd love to talk about them, and we love to make sure everyone really understands what ALS is and why this battle to end it is so incredibly important. Now, have you ever experienced any kind of action that inspires you? A moment that gives you this instant feeling of purpose to stand up and want to make a difference. I know I have in my life. I don't know if any of you watching have had that moment. Well, our guest tonight felt that very moment, felt that very call to action. One sleepless night led him to 10 years and counting of ALS advocacy. He's a valued ALS United Greater Chicago ambassador who's continue to raise awareness, much needed funds, and advocate for those battling ALS. Now, he's a bit camera shy, so he's not going to join us on video tonight, but his voice, his presence, his love, and his passion for ALS advocacy shines absolutely brighter than the sun. So please welcome ALS United Greater Chicago ambassador, Dave Stafford. Hey, Dave. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Hi.
Thanks. It's my pleasure.
Thankful. We are so lucky to have you. So for everyone watching, I'm so sorry you don't get to see his handsome face staring back at you.
And I lost sound.
Oh no, already? Can you hear me? We can hear you, Dave. So I'm going to keep talking for a second. Everybody bear with us. I want to see if Dave can hear me. Can you hear us, Dave? Handsome Dave, come back to us. Okay, Dave, maybe, there we go. Okay, if he signs out, maybe if he signs back in, we'll see if that gets the audio going again. Dave, can you hear us? Do you have your back? It's okay. Keep trying. This is the beauty of a live show, everyone. I know Sam will be behind the scenes working to try to fix this audio with Dave. In the meantime, let me tell you, I'm going to do it again when Dave comes back, but Dave has a very special day coming up tomorrow. It is actually his birthday, so he cannot hear us right now. But when he comes back, I want everybody to wish Dave a very happy birthday. Although he won't be able to hear all of you that are watching this, I know he'll be able to feel the love pouring in. So when we get him back, because I know we will, Sam is a tech genius, we will wish him a very, very happy birthday together. You guys, who is watching tonight? Let me know. We've got the Mazzantis. We've got Peggy tuning in, who's already saying she loves Dave. I cannot wait for you all to get to meet him. He has a really, really beautiful story, and I don't want to ruin it by giving you little bits and pieces of it, but I promise you, bear with us. This will be worth it. He has an absolutely incredible story. I love this. We're giving you guys a play-by-play. You're getting to see what it's really like doing a live show. Sam is in our green room with her fingers crossed, doing all that she can to get him back. Let's try it again. Dave, are you with us? Dave.
Okay, better?
Yeah.
Hey, hi guys.
Yes.
I fell asleep.
I figured you instantly regretted your choice to come and spend time with me, and you couldn't get away fast enough.
Yeah, I decided at the last minute not to do it.
Yeah, I figured, you know what? It's cool. I scare people away. I do that. Don't you even worry. Well, Dave, now that you are back, I don't know if you're seeing some of the in case you're not noticing the messages yet, we are doing a mass right now. We're doing a massive happy birthday to you, since tomorrow is the big day. We're so excited.
No.
Yes, happy birthday.
Well, thank you. It's my birthday where you're at today, right?
It's exactly, because I am a day ahead of you. So technically, yeah, I've seen tomorrow. It's going to be a great day. I'm speaking to you from the future. Tomorrow, Wednesday, is beautiful. I don't have a I told Sam this morning when we chatted really early, man, I wish I had my thinking cap on and I would have been a little bit smarter. I would have went out and got a cake for you and we could have virtually blown it out. So I don't have one, but in reaching distance, I have a lime and I don't have a cake. So I will cheers you with a lime. Happy birthday, lime, for Dave. I hope it
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And
Me too.
I am so I'm so happy you were born. And I am so happy you and I chatted about this, that you and I are both, we're spiritual. We are Catholics. We believe in God, and we believe that everything happens for a reason, and that sometimes life puts things in your path or just kind of directs you just as it should to give you this magical journey in life. So I am so happy that you were born and that life worked its way out so that you found your way to us, because this story is beautiful. I want to dive into it, and we're going to start at the very beginning. So let's jump backwards about 10 years.
Okay.
Did you know 10 years ago, did you know what ALS was? Did you know anyone that had ever been diagnosed or battling ALS?
I think I kind of knew what the general public knows. It's a terrible disease. It's the Lou Gehrig disease. I didn't really know the progression of the disease, or I didn't even know it was 100% fatal. So yeah, I knew Stephen Hawking had it, and that's about it.
Okay. Then I said this in the intro because I love this. One sleepless night, that's going to be your tagline, I think. A sleepless night for you kind of changed everything. What happened? How did that sleepless night basically subsequently lead you to a new path that brought you to us?
It was a night I couldn't sleep. Got up in the middle of the night. I think it was a Saturday night, and turned on TV and was watching a documentary on ALS. And it was a young reporter. She's probably early 20s, and she was following ALS from the time of diagnosis all the way through the progression of the disease. And not only with the patients, but she met with advocacy groups. She met with lawmakers. She met with doctors. She discussed, all the ins and outs of ALS, experimental drugs. So she was running the whole gamut of ALS. And one morning she got up to make coffee and get ready, and her hand acted funny. And she didn't think too much of it and went about her business. A couple of days later, it did that again. Again, she didn't think too much of it. And then her other hand acted funny. And so she went to the doctor. And like back then, especially, ALS is misdiagnosed a lot of the times in the beginning. And of course, they said she had a pinched nerve in her neck and this and that. And she went through things. And she's still doing her documentary work on ALS. And then it came back that her diagnosis was she had ALS. And like I say, early 20s, had seen this whole progression of what this means, and that there is no surviving it. And it was just so powerful, the whole thing, that I thought, if there's something I can do, I'm going to do it. Yeah. And so come Monday morning, I didn't know who to call. So I Googled it and got a hold of the Chicago Association, and they put me in touch. We're in Rockford, we're about 90 miles west of Chicago. And they had an ALS clinic, and it was, timing of it all. They said, well, this Wednesday or tomorrow, whatever the day was, 2 days later, we're going to have the ALS clinic, and all the people will be there. You can go, you can meet everybody. And that's what started the journey.
It's beautiful to me, and it's heartbreaking. And I want to unpack a few of those things because, first of all, do you remember what the documentary was, just in case anyone watching wants to?
I don't know. And I was trying to figure it out last night, but eventually I'll find it and I can send it to you guys, and you can put it on the website.
It just, even hearing you were telling me that story yesterday, and my heart broke too, especially because we've seen this. We know what this is. And as you mentioned, this young girl just dove into this world, just really understood and wanted to show everybody what this means. And now she finds herself about to walk this path too. That is crazy. But I think what is so beautiful out of this is that took you on this journey, that you were so inspired, that you felt like, I need to do something. And by the way, Google, shout out to Google, because that's exactly how I found Julie and found ALS United, all those back in 2009 on a Google search. So thanks, Google, for connecting us with the right people. But
right.
You, at the end of the day, I want to say you were blessed. You're blessed for many reasons, but you're blessed because you didn't have to lose a loved one to ALS. You didn't have someone in your life diagnosed that led you to this journey, but you continue to be so passionate about this and to fight for ALS advocacy. Why? Why is it so important to you when most people that fight this battle are doing it in memory of someone they lost? And your story is a little different.
Well, yeah. And like I say, once I got to the clinic and I had met all the people from all the different walks of life who were there to help the patients, I got a little more involved with the association. I trying to figure out what my role could be, and which is everybody that volunteers for something. Don't be afraid to volunteer. Just throw yourself out there, and it'll find you. And I think that's what it done for me. And so I discussed doing 50-50 events at the local motorsports tracks. I've always been involved in motorsports. I drag raced motorcycles for 25 years. So I know everybody in this area. Anyways, the local speedway, I know that they always allowed nonprofits to do 50-50 events at their facility and basically use their crowd. And contacted them, and they said, sure. We got there. We had no clue to what we were doing, but we did it, and we got through it, and it's just evolved from there.
I think that's so awesome. By the way, I don't know if you can actually see this since you're calling in, but Peggy, Peggy, the beautiful star she is, she said that I love the origin. Yep, I love the origin story of our most dedicated volunteer in the Rockford area. I remember the first day I met him, so positive and passionate. Shout out to Peggy. Peggy, I would have to agree with that. Even just talking to him on the phone.
Thanks, Peggy.
Dave, I can feel it though. And I think that's cool. I meant what I said. Your voice is larger than life. You have this passion and this fire inside of you for ALS advocacy, which I think is so beautiful. Again, because of the story. You literally didn't know anyone. You saw this documentary and said, no, I need to do something about this. I need to make a change. And you didn't just casually come in and say, oh, how can I help? I feel like you dived in head first and you came in and you're like, okay, I'm going to help here. I'm going to help here. I'm going to help here. And so as you're saying this, these 50-50 days, this is a big deal because we were talking, how many did you do last year?
I think we did 7 or 8. I'd have to count them, but 7 or 8 events last summer.
Awesome.
Both
and
at the Rockford Speedway and then, it Rock. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You keep doing this. You keep year after year. You keep doing the planning. You keep spearheading. You keep running these events. This is no easy task.
It's not, but it's we were pretty good at it now. Sam helped us last year, and we were pretty polished at what we're doing just from trial and error. We got a good volunteer base, and like you and I were talking earlier, if you find a bubbly, outgoing volunteer, you find that the crowd really wants to have fun with you, and so we just have a great event. We have fun with everybody. We work hard at it, and you don't. Sometimes in the beginning of the evening, it doesn't seem like it's going very well, but you keep going. And then all of a sudden it picks up and it goes and it kind of snowballs on itself. And these facilities have been so good to us. And, that's a huge in-kind donation from them to us to allow us to come in there, use their crowd, use their facility.
Yeah.
So we have them announce every time we come to a milestone. Okay, we're over $1,000 to the winner or whatever. They announce it. Well, it just snowballs on itself. And so they announce it and they get all excited. Boy, here, you better be ready because here the people come. And sometimes an hour will go by with the crowd standing in front of you. And we do what a thing called a wingspan of tickets. We'll do that for $20. And it doesn't matter how big the person is. The taller the person, the bigger the wingspan. So we'll find the tallest guy and we'll do him and say, well, I'll do him for $20. Boy, the crowd lines up. I want him. Mm-hmm. So people play along. Those big guys will stand there for an hour while we just run tickets across their wingspan of their arms and sell tickets because, the tickets don't matter. The tickets are cheap. So it doesn't matter that, they're getting extra because they have a super tall guy. And that's the fun of it. And so, it builds on itself. The day goes by, we get busy. I always pray before an event because God's our team leader. I said, we're going to need you tomorrow. And he's never failed us ever because we wonder, we get home, you're exhausted. You had a great day. You met a lot of people. You're usually sunburnt and tired because you're walking on, and Sam can attest to this, all this blacktop that Byron Dragway is almost 300 acres that you're covering full of people. And you get home, you're tired, but then you say, how did we do so well? It's kind of a blur. You look back and how did we do that? And, like you and I believe, I think it was divine intervention because I don't remember us doing that well. And so it's just, it's a wonderful feeling that you had a great day. You're tired from it, but you're helping.
Is this your 10th year?
Most people that play along with something like that. I'd have to look it up, but it's the 9th or 10th year. Yeah.
Oof. That's amazing because I want people to understand that.
So we get bigger and bigger events.
Yeah. And you're doing 7 or 8, 9 of these a year, 10 years now. And you were telling me every single year you keep outdoing yourself. You keep beating your goals. It's getting bigger and better every single year.
It has been. And every year we look at it and we go, I don't know how we're going to beat last year. We had such a fantastic year, but we work hard at it. And it always has. We've done it. One year I bought some motorcycles. Remember that? Or Sam said, but I bought some motorcycles and I fixed them up and sold them. And I used that money to help boost us that year when it was a little slower year. This year, it's kind of sad because we did lose the Rockford Speedway. They've been there since 1946. And
No.
many famous people in the NASCAR world had come out of Rockford. I don't know, probably not a NASCAR person, but there's a guy named Chad Knaus. He was Jimmy Johnson's crew chief. They'd won several championships in NASCAR. He came from Rockford, from that track. And
No.
so it's a famous track, but it's gone. So last year was their last season. So we're gonna have to work this year to make up that difference. I've been talking to the Byron Dragway. They said we're welcome to come, every weekend if we'd like. So they're going to give us a chance to double up on events there. So we're hoping to make that up, and we're kind of looking at some other things that we may be able to do to complement it. So it's going to be a challenge, but it always is, and it seems to work out. So like you were saying, we work hard at it. You just got to go do it.
Yeah.
You just got to go
And
do
if
it.
there's anyone,
And
if
you'll
there's
find your
anyone that
footing.
can make, Sorry. Go ahead.
Say that. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I said, go ahead. I'm sorry. No, I
Yeah.
didn't mean to.
So we're I think there's a delay from where we're at. Yeah, you just got to step out and do it. You'll find your way on whatever that may be, whatever you're passionate about. Look into that and see if there's some way that you can have some sort of 50-50 event or some other fundraising event. Sam helped us organize one here one year with the local ALS doctor, and we organized it into a ALS night at a restaurant, and it was closed to the public for that night and just for ALS event. And we did really well. And there's so many different ways that you can approach it.
I love that you say that too, because sometimes we've talked about this before. Sometimes it can seem overwhelming, and people are busy. Life is busy. And the idea of, oh man, volunteering for an organization, sometimes that sounds overwhelming. But I love what you did, because you sort of out of the box thought, hey, look, I want to help ALS. I want to make a difference, and I want to help those battling. How can I do that? How does that fit into my life? And you found something that you were passionate about. You found people that you knew that you could get them excited about it as well. And you turned sort of your passion and your desire to want to help ALS United into this beautiful 50-50 event. So really, anyone watching, like you just said, find what you're passionate about, find things you like, and find ways to make giving back or volunteering enjoyable to you and fun. You did it. You're proof.
Yeah. And my wife always says, this is the last one. Every event. She gets so tired. She gets so tired, and I'm always pushing her. If she sits down to get a drink of water, I go, what are you doing? Come on, let's go. And she goes, this is the last time. So we have that conversation every time after every event. By the next one, she's ready to go again. And because it is exhausting, and we're getting older, and you got to climb up down grandstands. So luckily we've had some younger people volunteer lately that they can get up and down the grandstands all day long and it doesn't bother them. So yeah,
I love it.
It's our passion.
Well,
now it's just become part of our summertime.
Oh, I love that. We'll put a call out. Anyone watching, all of our youngsters, all our fitness enthusiasts, all those of you that want to walk around and go up and down stairs, come join Dave, do the 50-50. And actually, we were talking about this sort of in our green room before the show started. And Dave, now you and I, where were some big words exchanged before we started? We have a little competition that's going to have to happen when I get back, because you, sir, claim to be the master of selling 50-50. You're really good at it, and you like to sell the most tickets. I myself like to win that battle and sell the most tickets. So me and you, we're going to go head to head when I come home.
You are out of your element.
Oh, you wish. Those are fighting words, my friend. Fighting words. Watch yourself.
Oh, it's a challenge.
I'm coming for you.
I'm looking forward to it.
You.
Yeah, well, okay. I'm waiting.
Yep. Now I have your number, so it's even more terrifying. I'm going to be texting you some trash talk all the time now, reminding you who's the best, who's going to lose, coming for you. And the beauty of it is,
well,
you and I get to battle this out, and all of it goes to helping our families with ALS.
isn't that amazing?
Yes.
Isn't that amazing? We were talking about the 50-50 events, and people, most people are there to gamble. Let's face it. They're really not that interested in ALS, because in the motorsports world, 50-50s are just a normal thing. And the racetracks like to brag. Hey, last week at the 50-50, it was this much to the fans. But anyways, but during the day, every time, people come up and will tell you about people they have known who've been affected by ALS, maybe a family member, coworker, a friend of a friend, but they knew someone. And I always listen to their story about how it went with them. And you find out that it's much more common than people think. How they call it an orphan disease. Not so much. So we, I've probably 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times an event, somebody will come up. So it's amazing to hear their story. Always it ends the same. We know that. But they talk about the journey that they had went through with family members, and it's very touching. So that when they come up and do that, it makes you remember what you're fighting for.
I love that. And it's true. It is crazy that once you start being, maybe, I don't want to say surrounded by ALS, but once you start being aware of it, you start talking about it more, it feels like the world is such a small place when it comes to, you interact with so many people. And like you said, a lot of people don't know about ALS, and they think it will never happen to you, and hardly anyone gets it. And then, no, it's not true. We've said it. I will never stop saying this statistic, because I really want people to understand and let this sink in. Every 90 minutes, someone is diagnosed with ALS. So, I mean, you guys are watching the show for 1 hour, but we're in here 30 minutes before the show starts. So in the course of our night here with Sunflower Hour, someone new has been diagnosed with ALS. And then in turn, every 90 minutes, someone loses their battle. So we are losing somebody with ALS every 90 minutes. I mean, that is no small thing. That is a lot of people that are walking this journey, and we don't want them to walk alone. This is too big. This is too horrible, and this is too scary, and they should not be going through this alone, because we have so many resources and we can help. And Dave, you can speak to that, because not only do you do these amazing 50-50 events, which, by the way, a little side note, Dave, you and I just got hired for another gig. It seems as though Scott is going to be hiring both of us to sell 50-50 at his Ice Bucket Challenge. Love that. I get to beat you twice, Dave. That's what's about to happen.
Oh.
I know.
You're
I'm
in
going to
so
get you
much
worked
trouble.
up. I'm real good. I am real good at trash talking. Watch out.
I bet you are. Yeah.
But so
I can't wait.
Then,
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. I'm looking forward to my victory lap.
Say that again.
I'm looking forward to my victory lap after I beat you.
Oh, I don't go down easy.
I'm looking forward. I wouldn't want you to. That makes the victory so much sweeter. But in addition, in addition to these amazing 50-50 events, and you are out there hustling, and I know that your favorite part is being able to hand that check over to ALS United, because all the money you raise, all of it goes towards helping find a cure, helping provide services for free to those families, those battling ALS. Everything goes to ALS United, which is really beautiful. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, from all of our hearts. I know that means so much, and it means so much to so many families, especially Scott. He's watching. He is someone who's benefiting greatly from all of the money you're raising. So thank you from all of us. But in addition to these events that you work so hard to do, you're also an ambassador with ALS United. So that brings on a whole nother set of sort of responsibilities and amazing things that you get to do. So what do you treasure most about being an ALS ambassador?
I think it's just being involved with the patients, like at the walk. And we've moved our walk to Byron, Illinois, and it's It's more of an intimate setting. You get to meet all the patients. They get to meet each other. They can sit and talk. And they're all just so inspiring. You look at them and they've got a smile on their face, and they seem happy. And I asked myself, could I be that strong in the face of that? Would I be able to inspire others? So they're amazing people. And not only the patients, their family members who are helping them, because it's all encompassing of the families. It changes their life as well as the patients, of course. But the families, they have to stop basically their whole life, and they have to deal with this disease and their family member. So that always touches your heart. One other responsibility is I have a monthly call with the patients just to remind them of upcoming support group meetings and whatnot. And you get to know them, you get to talk to them. They become your friends. A lot of times the phone calls may last 15 minutes because we just talk about everything. And but you hear the progression in their voices from month to month, or they'll tell you more about their arm's not as strong as it was last month. They can tell. To the point of one day you call, they don't answer, and you get a text back. And it says, I can no longer talk, but please keep calling. And they text you back how much they appreciate just calling. Well, to me, that is it's a blessing to me to be able to do this. But it's a rotating list. You get the list. Sometimes there's names missing, but then there's new names on it. So it's something we can't give up on. We can't stop. If we stop, if we don't be vigilant about our fight for this, we're not going to find a cure. So it's up to us to do everything we can, because we don't know what dollar is going to change this, because somewhere there's going to be a dollar that's the one that pushed them over the limit, that helped them find a cure, or to find quality of life drugs so that they can live a life. You and I have talked about this before about, like we look at AIDS patients. Now there's drugs that can help them live a fairly normal life. Wouldn't that be a blessing in the ALS world? So we just got to keep going. We're the lucky ones. We're the ones that are able to physically go out and do this stuff to help make money to support this cause. How lucky are we to be able to do that? And you get to know them, and they tell you about their life and what they had done for a living and how many grandchildren they have and this and that. You realize, it dawns on you, they're not patients. They're just people. They're people who had normal lives, who were going about their day, had plans for retirement, had plans for this, vacations with the kids, whatever it may be, life in general. And then this disease put a stop to all of that. Yeah. So they're just like you and I. This could happen to anybody.
And that's what's so terrifying,
I feel lucky
too, I think.
I agree. So you don't know. So we got to do the best we can. And that's what I've learned over the years that I've been here. And you realize how important it is for us to do this. And then, like you asked me earlier about what did I know about ALS? Not much. So going to the meetings, listen to the patients, reading up on things. When you find out what a disease this is, that once you're diagnosed, you know the progression. Everybody knows the progression, because basically it's always the same.
Yeah.
Right up to the point where you suffocate. And you can't tell anybody. You can't speak. You can't move. You can't do anything. I can't tell you, Susan, that I'm suffocating. Yeah. Wow. I know. We've got to do something. And like I said, you become friends with talking with these people. And they'll talk to you about, I'm taking this experimental drug, I'm trying that experimental drug. Some have better responses to it than others. They're just looking, hoping that one of those hits, that, oh, here's the one. I feel better. I can do, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's
You had
powerful.
mentioned we are so lucky, and I love hearing that from all of our runners, our walkers, from hearing that from people that say we're doing this because we can. Because we can go to the grandstand and walk up and down those stairs. We can run, work our butts off to run in the Bank of America Chicago Marathon. We can show up to a walk, and we can walk a mile. We can do all of these things when they cannot. So we become their voice and their legs and everything to make people listen to what this disease is and realize how important it is to help make, like you said, the basics, the quality of life better. We're going to get to a cure. We're not there yet. We're going to get there. But in the meantime, we need to find a way to make quality of life better, to find things that can slow this progression. We need to keep fighting for this. We have to. Oh, Peggy chimed back in again. Peggy, love you. Peggy wanted to let us know that the support group member, Peggy wants you to know that the support group members all look forward to getting calls from you, that you are considered family to them and to us. Absolutely. You are part of the ALS United family.
Thank you. I don't know. It's a blessing. It's inspiring for me because of their attitude toward this. Makes me a better person because, like I say, I don't know I could be that strong.
I was going to ask you that. What is
if you want to get inspired, come to one of the walks and interact with the patients if you want to be inspired, because they will do that for you. It's just amazing. They're making you feel better. Isn't that something?
Crazy, right? Isn't that insanely crazy? Here we are trying
to
come around. We're trying to make their lives better. And I felt the same way. Every time I'm at any of the events or talking to someone, or I walk away thinking, okay, well, I failed at my job because you just made me better.
Right. Yeah, they're amazing people. They're amazing people. That's for sure.
Would you say?
But you know, like.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. There was a delay here. Go ahead.
You've done so many amazing things when it comes to volunteering, because really you have been, Peggy said it, you are one of the most active volunteers. You are Mr. Rockford out there doing everything. You've done so many things as an advocate to spread awareness. If you had, I don't know if you can pick one, but if you had to pick one, what is maybe your most favorite aspect of ALS advocacy?
Boy, that's a good one. I think it's kind of a combo. It's a combo between the patient calls and then getting to meet those patients at the walk. They give you a hug. They give you a smile. They want to talk. They want to meet you. They want to meet me. Why that's amazing to me. And man, it just inspires me. That's what gives me inspiration. That's what makes me want to do all I can to help those folks. To help us. We're all in the same boat, right? Like I say, it could happen to any of us. It can happen to anyone. But you just get to know them. They become part of your ALS family. And so every year, I just think about the patients. And I'm an ambassador, so I help with the walks a little bit. And we have a parade the night before the walk. That's fun. We take my old truck and everybody dials it up, and we all hop in it and go through the parade. So all that is fun. But really, now I feel myself as just kind of a foot soldier for the patients. That's what I want to do. I want to help provide funds to the associations, so they can spread those funds where they need to be.
Yeah.
Patient care, advocacy, lobbying, experimental drugs, whatever that may be, because research, because it's going to take all these things to find a cure.
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, and we work hard at it, but really we're not that big of a provider to that. We need more people to help. And with the Ice Bucket Challenge, that was fantastic when that was happening.
Yeah.
But as it kind of was over, the Ice Bucket Challenge, we still need help.
It's true. It's true. And as you said, we never know what is going to be the amount that pushes us over the edge. So there is no such thing as a donation that is too small. Because as you mentioned, it could be the dollar. It could be that $1 that puts us over the edge and brings us the cure, or brings us the next medication that's going to make this a livable disease, that brings medication that's going to slow the progression. You just never know. So no amount is too small. No amount of time is too small. No amount of sharing or educating other people on ALS. None of those efforts are ever too small. So what would you say to someone if you were out and you met somebody who maybe didn't know about ALS or ALS United? What would you say to them to maybe inspire them the way you were inspired as your call to action to stand up for ALS?
Basically, I make sure they knew what the disease was and what it meant to people, and how it's 100% fatal. There's no surviving it at this point. And it's just important that we do something. It's not an orphan disease. They call it that. And I suppose numbers wise, maybe when you look at cancer and other things, but it's not. It's more common than you think. It's all encompassing of the family's lives. The patients suffer throughout this time. It's a constant progression, and not to the good side. So we have to help them. We got to save lives now, and so we got to do all we can.
I love that. I love
and,
that. I love
and if
that.
anybody ever is out there thinking they want to do a 50-50 event or anything, they're welcome to contact me, and we'll just give them, explain what we do, and let them just go try it. Go try it. I
love that.
It's a good way to give back.
Yeah, I love that.
I've got
and
a lot
Dave,
to be thankful for in my life, and go ahead.
Yeah, no. You have a lot to be thankful for. Tell us.
Well, I do. And I've got a lot to be thankful for. So it sure doesn't hurt for me to give back. And that's what I want to do. And that's what I want to help the patients all I can. So that keeps us going. Sometimes you don't feel like going and doing an event. You feel, oh, you're tired. We had a long day, blah, blah, blah. It's in the evening. Got to go. It's going to be 5 hours of walking in the heat and whatever. Oh, but at the end of the night, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It is amazing. And there's people that inspire you. I'm sorry?
No, go ahead. The people that inspire you? You just keep talking. Okay. You just ignore me.
Yeah, there's people that inspire you. No. Like Peggy. Peggy's always there to help. So if I need anything from Peggy, it's immediate right now. And that's how we got to approach this. I just want to give a shout out to Dr. Wallery here in Rockford. He was the head of the ALS clinic. He's a man who truly cares. I'll be talking to one of the patients. They'll have questions that they're saying they're not getting answers through their healthcare provider that they believe is what they should be hearing. He'll talk to them. He says, have him call me. Have him call me. So he takes, his personal time, and that's the way he looks at it. That's the way he approaches at it. when he does come to the walks now, the people just love him, the patients that he worked with in the clinic. So he's a great guy. He's no longer in the clinic. We have no clinic here in Rockford. The the new owners of the major hospital chain decided that was the first thing they wanted to get rid of, and they did. And so luckily we have something like ALS United, who still keeps those patients together. Otherwise they'd be scattered to the wind and be on their own.
Yes. And I can't say enough
yeses
to that for what you just said there, because that leads me to what I want to ask you next, because you are a part of this ALS United family. You've gotten to see what they do as an ambassador. You get to know, you get updated, you get to meet the patients that are directly benefiting from these services. So there is a long list of services that are provided, of research that we fund, of all the things that ALS United do. If you had to pick, again, this is another hard one. If you had to pick one of those things, what makes you most proud to be a part of ALS United? What are you most proud of being a part of ALS United?
I'm proud of being able to be a part of it. Okay. That's it. Yeah. That's what makes me happy. I'm proud to be around the fine people, not only from the ALS United side, but the wonderful patients and families.
I love that.
Yep, that's it.
I mean, that's big. That's it. It's short and sweet, but that is a big statement. And has your 10 years, because that is no small feat either. So it has your 10 years with us. Do you think it's changed you? Or maybe how has it changed you in the last 10 years of this kind of mission?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. It will grow you as a person. That's for sure. That is for sure. It'll make you a better person. Just like I said earlier, being inspired from the patients. You know, that's my main goal, is to make sure the patients can get the help they need. Mm-hmm. So that's that's the reason that we do these events, and we get fired up about them every year. And that's it. That's the reason. But it takes all those different things that the ALS United provides to make that patient care, because you have to care for them today, and you have to care for them tomorrow, right? And in the future. Mm-hmm. So research funding, those things that you just spoke about, all very important.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, Dave, I'm
just glad to be a part of it.
We are absolutely so happy to have you a part of this family. I mean, it is a family. And Scott just chimed in too, saying that, even though the sporadic diagnosis, so out of ALS, there is familial and sporadic. So he's talking about sporadic diagnosis of ALS that can hit anyone, anytime. He still calls it, even though it's sporadic, he still calls it a family disease, because it affects the family as much as it affects the individual battling with it. So true. As you're saying, Dave, I mean, we have to fight for them today, tomorrow, the next day, every day, until we can close the doors. We can shut the door in ALS United and say, you no longer need us because we have cured ALS. We're going to get to that point. I hope it's in our lifetime. I really do. But we're going to get there. I know it. I have all the faith. And it's because of, Dave, your love and your passion and the work you do, from everyone watching, you guys supporting the show, you guys spreading the word, every donation, all of that helps get us closer and closer. So Sunflower Hour family, we love you. We love you and thank you guys for what you do. Dave, you are absolutely the best. Hands down. I love you to death. Anything you want to say? Anything you want to add?
Well, again, yes, I just want, again, for people to volunteer. Sometimes it's hard to get out of your bubble or even your shell. I've seen shy people join as volunteers. Next thing you know, they're out there and they're having fun and they come out of it. I'll tell you a good example. My neighbor girl, she wanted to help. Never done anything like this before in her life. She's young, bubbly, good-looking girl. She had a blast. And she was selling like crazy. at one of these events, and her husband says, "I'll go help you." And she goes, "No, you're harshing my groove," she told him. Oh, that was so funny. Yeah, I don't need the ball and chain following me around. And she had the best day ever. She goes, "I never knew I'd be good at something like that." And she tore everybody up. So, I don't doubt that you can't beat me, but you're going to have to try. You're going to have to work out.
It sounds like we have a third person in on this competition now. It seems like now we're going to have someone else we're going to have to compete against.
She's good. She's really good. So, yeah, so now every year, do we have any events? Oh, yeah, we got events. Okay, when are they? She wants to be a part of it. She got out of her shell. She was like she was like me when I volunteered. What do I know about this? What do I know about anything? I don't. Guess what? God will lead you where you need to be. He's already led you there. He's already led you to be listening to this.
Absolutely.
So he'll lead you. All you got to do is say yes. All you got to do is say yes.
Beautiful. And I do love, and I love the fact that just 10 years ago, I mean, that the blink of an eye and 10 years has gone by, that you woke up the day before and knew nothing about ALS. And now here you are 10 years later. And it is your passion, it is your purpose, and you are continuing to fight for ALS. I think that is so beautiful. Not only are you continuing to fight, but it seems like you're bringing all your friends along for the ride too. You're getting the neighbors involved, you're getting people involved, and excited about this mission as well, which is incredible. So incredible.
It's a part of my life now.
I love it. So I was going to say, what does the rest of your year look like? But I think it's just going to be bigger and better. And I want you to blow that. I want you to give a bigger check, because I know you're going to blow your goal from last year out of the water. It's going to be harder, but you're going to do it. Because if anyone can,
it's going to be harder. It's going to be harder. But, it takes volunteers like people that talk big. We need to get them out there. If you know who I'm talking about. You. We need to get people. Yeah, we need big talkers out there.
I love it. But I'm going to start training.
It just takes volunteers to make it happen. You better start training, because it's 300 acres, and we're going to put you in the hottest part of the whole thing, and you're going to have to spend your whole day over there. And when you come back drenched in sweat, and we're sitting there drinking cool water. Hey, where's Season been? I don't know. I haven't seen her for hours.
Bring it. That's all I can say.
Sam knows the feeling. We did that to Sam. Yeah, we were in the deep end. Yeah, but anyways.
Yeah, but I know my
summer looks like. Again, I have friends that volunteer, and they go, "Well, all I do is tear up tickets for you all day." No, you're volunteering your time. That's an in-kind donation. We couldn't do it without you. Well, I don't really do. Yeah, you do. You're a part of the team that makes it happen. So if it wasn't for in-kind donations, we'd get nowhere. So benefit just donating your time to help a team. It does. Yeah. It really does. And it'll take you where you need to be. So you don't have to worry about that. Yeah.
It will. And it all snowballs. And yes.
Now you're getting me fired up. You're getting me up. Yeah.
Yes.
You're getting me all worked up again. I'm ready to go. Yeah.
You just start walking around the neighborhood with tickets. You just who needs to wait for the racetrack? You just go.
Right. Well, you say that, but my neighbors now, knowing that I'm involved and that I have upcoming events, they start bringing you checks.
I love it.
Because everybody kind of wants to give, but they don't know how. And so every summer, my neighbors step up and hand us checks for ALS. So that's great. My friends, they'll call. Well, I want to give you a check. Okay. Thank you. So it's amazing.
Thank you.
It's an amazing. It's been an amazing time, and like I said, it definitely has become part of my life.
I love it. Well, I can't wait for another 10, 20, 30 years with you, just rocking that. Well, let's hope, actually, I don't want that long because we want to cure it before then, but I'm very excited to see what the future brings for you and see you keep smashing those goals. And yeah, you better start training too, my friend, because I am coming for you. Don't underestimate.
I'm 20 years older. I'm 20 years older than you. You better get used to that heat because we're putting you right on the blacktop.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I didn't even realize that was literally training me for this moment. It's all coming together to get me ready for this moment.
Man, I better quit running my mouth. Yeah.
Exactly. I can handle the heat. I'm going to literally get off. I'm going to get off this. I'm going to go put the Rocky soundtrack on, and I'm going to be, training for 50-50 in the heat in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming. And I want to challenge anybody that watches this, that is listening to this. You do not. Who do you want to? I have a feeling they're going to side with you. But Dave versus season, 50-50. Sell off. You do not have to wait for race day. You can get in on this. You can start messaging us, reach out. You can get a hold of me, season at ALS United Chicago.org. If you want to start, you don't have to wait for the race day to buy 50-50 tickets. You can just straight up make donations and see who can get more, season or Dave. I'll throw that challenge out right now, especially for the month of May. It is ALS Awareness Month. So if anybody is feeling like they're looking for something, you have a little bit of spare extra, anything that you wanted to give this month, please keep ALS United in mind. We're happy to not only take donations to help those battling ALS get us closer to a cure, but also we are happy to have a competition between Dave and I. So bring it on in.
So you can go to the website, go to Northern Illinois, and it's Dave Stafford. So make sure that's the one you click. We're not going down on that fight.
No, I love it. And if anybody does reach out to me and they want it to count for you, I promise I will gladly admit defeat on this one. So reach out to either of us if you want to get in on this crazy little month of May challenge that I just made up right now, this moment. Make it happen. And Dave, before we let you go, I want you to because I don't think that you're seeing these. I want you to really hear this. People are chiming in, thanking you so much for all that you're doing, that this was an amazing show. They loved hearing your story, that you are such an inspiration, and thanking you for stepping up for those with ALS. So you're getting so much love from those that are tuning in from everywhere. So I want you to know that, and I hope that you feel that.
Thank you. I just do want to say it's not all about me it's my team. I got to thank my wife, all my friends that I've tapped to help. They've tapped their kids. Kat from the ALS United has sent wonderful people our way to help. So it's the whole team, and I just happen to lead it, and it's a wonderful team. It's a wonderful team effort.
Well, you are an amazing leader,
we all get excited about it.
I love it.
Me neither. I can't wait to see you. So you get here.
I will. I cannot wait to see you. I can't wait to square off 50-50. It's Dave versus season, but also you're a great leader, and I cannot wait to see what your team does with 2024.
Well, everybody pray for us. That's what they need to do. We need your prayers.
Yes, we will do that. We will send that call to action out as well. Dave, thank you so much for taking the time. Thank you for joining us. And I cannot wait to see you and give you a hug in person. But until then, thank you for everything you do, and have a beautiful ALS Awareness Month.
Thank you, Season.
I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, talk to you. Bye-bye.
Bye. I miss seeing his handsome face and getting to look him in the eyes when he said this. But I think it is so amazing that one late night documentary led to 10 years of dedicated, passionate service to the ALS community. We are so thankful to have a part him be a part of the ALS United family. And I'm so thankful for all of you being a part of the Sunflower Hour family. We cherish every single one of you guys. This extra special month. May is ALS Awareness Month. So through the month of May, all I ask you to do is please say a few extra prayers. Please help us spread awareness. Please maybe inform somebody about ALS, what it is, because together we can make a difference and we need your help to do so. So in the month of May, let's celebrate all of those who are fighting this battle, send them extra prayers, and help spread awareness. Thank you guys so much. I will see you. This is so exciting to get to say this. I will see all of you back for the next live episode of Season Sunflower Hour and next Tuesday night, May 14th, for another incredible episode, guys. This is a teaser. You do not want to miss this. We've got a little one who has his own cookbook out, another little one who created a beautiful podcast, a mom who has just been an advocate extraordinaire. It's a great show. You're going to want to see it. Until next week, everybody, have a great May. Be bright and shine your light.